What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. All right, so check this out. We're going to talk about minimalism today. So, I learned about minimalism sometime last year, like the beginning of last year. And it was one of my coworkers was talking to me about it, told me how it changed his life and how he freaking loved it, right? So we're going to talk about how I started applying that and how I applied it to my life, but how now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to video games. So let's jump right in it. So like I said, about a year ago, he told me about it. I looked into it. There's a documentary on it on Netflix, and I freaking love documentaries. That's all I watch. I watch documentaries about food, documentaries about murder, documentaries about the toys that we grew up with. If it's a documentary, I'm watching it. If it's a docu series, even better, I'm binge watching it. Anyways, so minimalism. I got into it, and next thing you know, I went through my closet. I got rid of so much clothes. I went through my stuff, got rid of a lot of stuff, and then I put a lot of stuff up for sale. But when it came to my video games, all I did was I minimalized I minimalized them to the garage. That's what I did. I got them out of the friggin' living room, and I had a PS3 in my room that I barely used. I had the Wii U in my room that I barely used. The Xbox and the PS4 were still in the living room, and then downstairs, I think I had like the GameCube or something connected, and the Nintendo 64. So, and I wasn't using none of them. The only ones that were being used were the PS4 and sometimes the Xbox when the PS4 controller would die or whatever, and we didn't want to wait, so we would just use the Xbox. But anyway, so I got rid of everything and I took it to the garage. Now, as far as everything else, like my clothes and stuff, I donated that to Goodwill. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I put up for sale and I sold on OfferUp, Let Go, Macari, all this stuff. But that was like I went really hard on it, and even at work, like I used to have um I used to have two monitors at work. Okay, I got rid of that. Now I just have my laptop. Okay, I used to have a stand-up desk that took up a lot of space. That again, does it really bring you joy? Nah, just like the fact that I had it, but it really didn't bring me joy because I could work up standing up whenever I want and just flip the laptop screen. Yeah, it's not ergonomic, but whatever. I didn't want it, so I got rid of that. Gave it to another one of my coworkers. Got rid of my mouse and I got rid of my keyboard. Okay, because I didn't need it since I was using the laptop now. Um, what else? Changed my mouse from a wired mouse to a wireless, small, like silent mouse. So like my setup at work is it's pretty clean, very, very minimal at work. Now, little by little, I acquired some more stuff. So if you walk in my office, like I like turtles. So if you can tell from my logo, from my YouTube logo, like turtle is like my spirit animal. So I have a few turtles in my office, like little statues of turtles, because I like turtles. Whatever, man, whatever. I don't know what you like. You might like falcons or something. I don't know. I like turtles. You might like baby chicks. Doesn't matter. Anyways, whatever you like, dog. Whatever you like. Anyways, so when it came to video games, though, it's about to be a new year, and I'm gonna do a New Year's resolution. One of the biggest things that I want to do is this is gonna sound dumb, but this actually happened to me. Sometime last year, I think it was like April, I paid off all of my debt. I was 100% debt free. No car payment. Like the only bills I had were just like my cell phone bill and I rent. So rent, light, cable. No, yeah, because I pay internet. I don't have cable. I have internet because especially if you're a gamer, you pretty much need internet. But as far as like debt, like I don't even have a car payment. Like I paid off all my debt, and then this is why Dave Ramsey says it. He says that you're not smarter than these credit card companies. I should have gotten rid of all my credit cards, but I didn't. And I started using my credit card again, and now I'm in debt. Okay. Now it's not like astronomical debt. Like by the time next February comes, when I get my income tax, or April, whatever, whenever I file, I'll be able to pay it off like completely. Like that's fine. But I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing it. I'll be honest with you. So there's something else that I want to do, and that's that I remember how I felt when I started minimalizing. Like it felt great. You actually feel good knowing that, yo, I really don't need all this stuff. I could go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. Video games was definitely the hardest thing to minimalize though. And I was still able to get rid of some video games, but it was those video games that I really had like no connection to or anything like that. I'll tell you a funny story, okay? This is probably gonna be a long video, so just sit down, relax. You can watch this while you eat, whatever. So I got rid of God of War Saga, I think it's called. This is the one that has all the God of Wars to include the PSP versions, right? So I beat all those games. I lie. I beat God of War 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play the PSP ones because after playing God of War 3, I didn't feel like I needed to play the PSP. Because if it's more of just hashing and scratching and constantly just square, 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 circle, and triangle, and like after a while, I don't know. All you God of War fans, I'm sorry, but to be honest with you, I got tired of it. But here's the thing, right? So I beat all of the God of Wars. I sold the God of War, and then freaking like a few months later, I rebought it just to have it, with no intent of ever playing it again. Just cause like I think I was going through my games and I didn't see it, and I was like, oh man, I really got rid of God of War Saga. I was like, man, I should go buy it again, and I did. I went, I bought it again. But I have since then I have resold it, so it's gone, right? But that's crazy, right? That's the power of nostalgia, okay? And that's a game that, yeah, it was good, yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't anything crazy. So today, what I did, today's the 30th. I came home from work. I actually had to work today. Came home from work, and my family wasn't home. Thank God, they were out doing something, and this idea kept popping into my head like, hey, New Year's about to start. Let's do this right. Let's do this minimalism thing. And if I'm gonna get rid of these games, I'm gonna do it for a good cause, and it's gonna be to get myself out of debt. Okay, so I'm gonna put it towards debt. The hardest thing I could have done was walk into that garage, right? And even though if any stranger walked into my garage and you saw my video games and the way they were, you wouldn't think that I really cared about them because they were just literally in a box laying there to the corner, like they weren't wrapped in a magical glass case on display or anything like that. They're literally in the garage. Like my PS3 was like under a sleeping bag or something that I had to pull up or whatever. So it's not like I was taking care of these things like completely. Somebody's knocking. Hold on. Yeah? Sure, come in. Hey, but you're gonna have to close that door and say hi to the camera because I'm recording right now. But you gotta close the door because I'm gonna make a lot of noise. I can't pause the video. This is live right now in action. You can go to the store to get some food. Please. No, we're minimalizing. I'm hungry. No, yeah, we can. Just let me finish. Okay. All right, go. That's my daughter, is there Natalie. Like a filter on it? Ain't no damn filter. Because my face does not look like that. I'm not that white. You're not that white either. It's called light. That's. All right, can you close the door? Yeah. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the door. Not open. Okay, just having trouble with the door. All right, so back to what we were talking about, right? So, God of War, got rid of it. But like, if you go to my garage and you see all my video games, you wouldn't even think that I really, really cared about my video games. but I do. Because when I walked in and I started seeing all my stuff, and I was like, man, this is the stuff that I'm going to sell, it really started messing with my head. But I buckled down because me getting rid of my debt is going to be a greater feeling than me knowing that I have those games down there. But oh my God, when I took a picture of my favorite game, the best game I've ever played in this world, this is my favorite game by far. The nostalgia that this game has given me is ridiculous. Perfect Dark for the Nintendo 64. When I took a picture of that, oh man, and I put it up on Macari, oh, that hurt my soul. Oh my God, that hurt my soul. But I put it up there. And you know what's crazy? It's like every single Nintendo game hurt my soul. The PS3 games, I was like, psst, psst, take pictures of it, nothing, no problem. Every single GameCube game, there's this game called Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. Oh my God, that game is so good. If you've never played Eternal Darkness for the GameCube, and you have a GameCube, get Eternal Darkness. It's actually pretty expensive right now. So I looked it up, like how much it would go for, and I was surprised. Like I put it up on Macari, I think I put it up for like $40, and people were selling it for 45, 55, $60. A Nintendo GameCube game. Think about it. That is crazy. That is crazy. So I put up, unless there's some games hiding in the garage right now, I put up every single one of my games for from the PS3 down, generations down, up for sale. I still have all my bad. I still have all of my PS4 games, and I still have all my Xbox games. I'll get rid of those as I beat them because I still use those consoles. My thing was like I knew this was the last straw, so why does this thing keep falling out? Come on now, Turtle Beach. The thing is like I knew I plugged into PS3 a few days ago and I was trying to play Modern Warfare 3, and I remember playing, and it's like, oh, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like the graphics were horrible. Not horrible, but the times have changed, right? So the graphics, I can't do it anymore, and I just couldn't do it. So I put away the PS3 for the last time, knowing that I'm probably never gonna use it again. I got a PS3 Slim. I'll take a picture of that and go from there. Now, I haven't put up any of the consoles for sale just yet. I want to sell the games first because in my mentality, if I get rid of the games, then I'll have to get rid of the console, right? Because then I won't have anything to play. But it's hard, man. It's hard. But I want to do it because again, the debt is what's crazy. So for a lot of us, I keep looking at up things on YouTube on minimalism and stuff, and they say like, if it brings you happiness, if it brings you joy, keep it or whatever. And look, man, when it comes to video games, that's you can't say that when it comes to video games because even though I'm not thinking about on every single day when I wake up, I'm never thinking about the games that I have in my garage. But when I go down there and I actually grab it and I look at Super Mario 64 or I look at Donkey Kong 64, like Jet Force Gemini, like when I'm holding these games in my hand, like I could feel that part of my life when I was playing those games and it took me to that spot where I don't know, man, it's hard to compare. So, and yes, at that moment as I'm holding it, that brings me joy, that brings me happiness, like just holding it. Okay. um Doc Poker Dude came home and he saw like all the games that I had on the table, and he was like, man, you getting rid of all your games, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he picked up WrestleMania 2000, right, for Nintendo 64. That's probably my favorite system. Nintendo 64 is hands down my favorite system because that was a time in my life where I got to play the most amount of video games. Like, and I was old enough where I had a job. Yes, I'm that old. I had a job. I was still at home though. I was still living at home, but I had a job, so I could buy my own games and like, yeah, like all I did was go to school, come home, play video games, hang out with friends, whatever. But for the most part, play video games. That's it, right? Um, Funny story. I actually, I actually quit the the baseball team when I was a junior in high school because of a game that came out for the Nintendo 64 because I wanted to play it more. But that'll be another story. That'll be another story. Look, man, I wasn't making it to the major leagues anyways, and I wasn't getting a scholarship anyways, so whatever. To me, it was worth it. But that's crazy. That's so crazy. So just thinking about it, just the nostalgia that it gives me, that system. So when minimalists talk about that, if you hold the item and it doesn't bring you, joy or whatever, get rid of it. Well, with video games is extremely difficult because I guarantee you, if you're a gamer like me, there's a lot of video games that you can hold and it'll give you that nostalgic feeling. Now, what's interesting is that digital games don't do that. Like I played Far Cry 3 and I thought it was an amazing game. I had it digitally. And as soon as I was done, I uninstalled it, got it off my computer, and I never thought about it again. I beat all three Crisis, right? Crisis 1, 2, and 3. Amazing games. I loved every single one of them. I thought they were all good. I know some people said Crisis 1 is the best. Whatever. I liked them all, had a lot of fun with all of them, was into the story, everything. As soon as I beat them, okay, Juju's yelling over there. He's playing Roblox, so I don't know exactly what's happening. But he's yelling. But anyways, so as soon as I beat him, went ahead and like deleted it off my computer, got rid of it, and I was fine. All the Assassin's Creed that I played, as I beat them, deleted them off my computer, I was fine. Literally like no nostalgic feeling at all. Maybe it's the physical copy of something that gives you that nostalgic feeling. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. I'm gonna sell it all. And the stuff that I really want, I'm gonna be honest with you, I still put it up for sale, but I put it up for sale at a price that I was okay giving it up for. So let's say a game is only worth $20, right? But to me, that game is worth 40 just because of how it makes me feel. I put it up for 40. I don't care. In time, I'm sure, I'll drop the price, or maybe somebody really wants it. Maybe somebody has a nostalgic feeling as bad as I do, and they got rid of it, and they really want it. And it's like, okay, look, man, I'll give it to you. If you want this game for that price, that means you really want this game. You're gonna treat this game right. There you go. You can have it. But I'm doing it, guys. I'm minimalizing my video games. Getting a PC is probably one of the best things to do that because everything is gonna be digital. Keeping all the games digitally saved on the cloud, whatever, you just download and install the ones the one or two that you're gonna play. There's no need to have 10 games installed on your computer. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. One or two games installed, maybe a multiplayer game and a single player game, and that's it. You're fine. You're fine. And then once you beat it, you go ahead, get that one off, download the other one, right? And honestly, when it comes to physical copies, that's the way we should work. You should buy it and then go ahead and get rid of it as soon as you beat it. But what happens is, I know what happened with me was I would buy a physical copy, would play it, another deal would come out for another one. I'd buy another game, start playing that, forget about this game, or keep playing this game, then another game would come out, and I just keep buying, and now I'm like behind. So one other game that I put up is Metroid Other M for the Wii, right? And I'm a huge Metroid fan too. So I put that up for sale. And as I put it up for sale and I put the listing button, I realized that I never actually played this game. I played like 1 hour of it, like the tutorial of it, and like the first few stages, like maybe 1 hour of the game. And then that's it. When you buy a game from GameStop and you buy it used, so you want to make sure it works before the time frame, so you just go home and try it on. That's pretty much what I did. And then I never played it again. And right now I have it for sale. That's so crazy. Metroid Prime Trilogy, I'm selling that too. That game actually goes for a lot. That's another thing, guys. You guys might be sitting on a lot of money. You guys might. Right now, I know I made a video about it. I don't know how this even happened, but I ended up with. Well, I know how it happened. I kept buying freaking controllers because the Xbox controllers keep breaking. But I ended up with 6 Xbox One controllers, and I only have one Xbox console. I have 6 Xbox controllers. Now, granted, I used one for my PC, and then I had I have a PS4 connected to Pokedu's PC, a PS4 controller connected to that PC. But he wanted to use an Xbox as well, just because it's native and its compatibility is just easier, right? It's just better. So I went ahead and got one for that too. So maybe 4 controllers most what I need. 2 for the main console, 1 for my PC, 1 for his PC, and then that's it. So leaves me with 2 more controllers. 3 out of the 6 controllers are in the repair shop right now. When I get those back, I'm selling them. I'm only gonna keep 4 controllers. So that's 2 controllers that I'm gonna be selling. Again, just minimalizing. I have so many headsets. It's not even funny. Gotta get rid of those too. Gotta get rid of those. Now, I'm keeping these, right? The Turtle Beaches Battle Buds, because I'm keeping these for the mic. Okay, for the mic. I'm keeping a HyperX for sure, because the HyperX are the ones that I use in portable mode the most. Okay, HyperX earbud clouds. And I'm definitely keeping the GSP's 302, because those are freaking amazing. The Sennheisers. Okay. I'm gonna keep the Astro A10s because I really like those. I gotta keep the Camo Recons because Polka Dude uses those. So you see what I'm saying? This thing is hard, man. This thing is hard because I really only need, realistically, I only need one set of headphones. There's levels to this. There's levels to this minimalizing stuff. So I'm not there yet. I can admit it, but we're gonna get there, little by little by little. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. It's pretty much a minimalism rant that I just went on. Man, if you're struggling like I am, let me know. Leave me something in the comments. Especially if you know that you should probably get rid of some of this stuff. Like you know you should. You know you should. What are you keeping it stored up for? Now, if you got it on display, and it's literally like it's a work of art for you. Like I've seen people have it like their entertainment system. They don't even have it hooked up, but they just have like the N64, the GameCube, the Wii, or whatever, like just displayed. Then okay, cool. Because every time you sit down, you're looking at it, it's bringing you joy. But if you have all these game consoles in a box, in a garage, in a closet somewhere, in a storage locker somewhere, you should probably get rid of them. You should probably sell them. Somebody else will be able to make use of them. That's just me. 2020 is coming up. I'm getting out of debt. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to have a simpler lifestyle. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And there's one thing that I saw in one of the videos that I saw about minimalizing. Being a minimalist is not being cheap. It's not. That's not what it is. Being a minimalist is having things that bring you value. So that means, if that's a great example, he said, if you're going to buy 10 pair of jeans for $10 each, and then in 3 months you got to replace them all because they're cheap jeans, but instead you could buy 3 pairs of jeans for $80 each, but they're going to last you for years. You just got 3 different colors. That's it. So you got 3 different colors. You got black jeans, you got blue jeans, and then you got, I don't know, a gray jean or a faded jean, whatever you want to do. And that's it, but it's going to last you for years because they're actually good quality jeans. Do that. If you want to go ahead and buy cheap sneakers and you want to buy freaking, I don't know, 6 pairs of cheap sneakers, you can do that. Or you could go ahead and buy yourself 3 pairs of really good sneakers that are going to last you a while and that actually bring you joy when you put them on and you feel proud to put them on and all that other stuff. Same thing is going to happen to me with video games now. Like, I'm extremely happy with my laptop, with my PC, so I don't see me needing to upgrade for a long time. I'm extremely currently happy with my PS4 and my Xbox, right? I don't see me needing to upgrade as soon as a new system comes out. I don't do that anyways. So we'll see. There's still so many games that I gotta play on the Xbox and PS4. See, I don't want what happened to the PS3 and what happened to the Wii U for me to happen with these 2 systems. There's so many good games that I missed out on the Wii U and the PS3 because I just took too long to play them and I just jumped into the new generation and stuff. I don't want that. At least PC lets me go back and play old games with new graphics or with great graphics and still enjoy them that way. So it is what it is. All right, guys, this is probably one of my longest videos, so I'm gonna let you guys go. But minimalizing for video games, think about it. Look at the stuff that you have. If you live by yourself and you have 6 controllers, you can't even do local play nowadays anyway, so I don't even know what you're doing. I mean, not a lot of games are local play anyway, so I don't even know what you're doing. But it is what it is. Dog 1985. There's levels to this, and when it comes to being a minimalist, oh, there's levels to that too. We out. Peace.